Hey YouTube, how you guys doing? It's Dysphonic here, and in today's video I'll be doing something different, something amazing, something interesting, which is how to make a amapiano song on FL Studio. This will be my first attempt, so just bear with me guys, but then I hope it sounds very great and I hope you guys learn a lot from this. So with any hints or tips or any advice on how I can improve making amapiano, just comment below. Likewise, for those who are here for the first time, just feel free to subscribe to the channel and share to help the movement go forward. So what I'm gonna do firstly is I'm gonna lower down the BPM to between 115 and 117. So let's just go for 117, and then I'll be using these packs that I just downloaded last night. Let's try locate a kick, but then this pack is very confusing because I don't know where most of their sounds are. Let's try this one, but then the way it sounds, I feel like I need to layer two kicks together to make it more stronger because it sounds too low. So let me just try look for another one. Okay, let's try those two. So what I do is I just randomly click anywhere on the channel rack to lengthen it, and then I fill each and every 4 steps. And then I'm gonna make some variation to my 4-step kick by clicking over here. Okay, so far so good. Let's make more of this. Alright, so now let's add a clap. Okay, that sounds fine, but then let's lower down the volume. So what they like doing with amapiano songs is they like layering their drum kit so that things sound on top of each other. Not to say chaotic, but then it sounds chaotic in a good way. So let's try to layer these out. Okay, now we're good. Now let's add a snare. Okay, snare basic. Let's go for that one. Lower down the volume. And then layer this as well. And then I'm gonna go duplicate this. Alright, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a head. I'm gonna use this one, and then I'm just gonna layer these heads with the kicks. Just be careful with your volumes. And then I'm gonna add a shaker. Let's see if there's some nice shakers here. Okay, that one. I'm gonna fill each 4 steps, add it to a mixer, and then add a reverb. And then add a delay as well. Right, now let's add some congos, and to make it sound more African like percussions, so let's add some congos. To make it sound more natural, drum kit. Let me just go duplicate this. head.
Okay.
I like that one. And then let's just fill each and every 8 steps. Increase the volume. And then shift this 2 steps to the right. That's what I usually do with my head. And then I think we should now add something like a vocal.
Okay. Then
because that's what they usually do with these songs. I'm just gonna layer down the vocals with the head. Alright, you just need to tweak down the vocals, add it to a mixer, add a reverb, slow that down. And then I'm gonna add a delay to it. I'm just gonna go for delay too. Sounds fine. And then now what I'm gonna do is like to complete my drum kit, I'm gonna add a percussion and a shaker. And then what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna add a drone note. So I'm gonna use Purity. As I said, I'll be using Purity most of the time. So for this drone note, I'll just go to my brasses, just go to presets and then go for brasses and then try using that one. Sounds fine. So now you have to just use your ear to guide you on what sounds right and what doesn't. So these notes are too low. Now just go for the higher notes a bit. That sounds fine. Alright, now you can hear the tune very well. So now I'm gonna go a bit astray from amapiano and go reflect on a method that I always use whilst producing songs, which is first off I come up with a build-up of chords and then form a nice chord progression. I won't necessarily you have to use that chord progression in the song and play those notes, but then it's just a guide as to which notes go along with which ones. Basically it's forming a scale. So I'm gonna quickly show you guys how to do that. Now as you can see, I just stopped my brass note over there. So let's play the drum kit and find some nice chords which go along with this. Let me just slow down the volume over here. Still sounds high. I'm gonna go quickly over this. Let's find another. So I'm just building a random chord progression. So what FL20 does, it highlights this what we call them ghost notes to guide you to stick to one scale. Let's duplicate this. Let me sort of extend this. So this is the very most tedious part of a song, coming up with a chord progression. But then once you're done, you can easily create tunes. But then for now, it does not even sound like amapiano. So I'm just building up this chord progression to guide me as to which notes to use throughout the whole song. And then I can now deviate from this sound that does not sound like amapiano. Now let's put that back on. So I'm going to use Revity for this one. Go select a brass and then go for this one. Let's try this one. Let's duplicate that. So I'm just going to quickly duplicate this to fill up the whole channel rack. I'm going to quickly layer this with another brass from Revity. Let's go choose that one. Okay, let's go click, hold on Control C to copy and then Control V to paste. And let's see how it sounds now. The tune now, I'm going to add a bass line. The most common bass line they use here is the lock drum. So let's try see what we can do from this. Okay, sounds fine. As you can see, the chord progression sort of helps me to know which scale I'm working on and where to put on notes. So that's why I had to, go around building chords so that I can come up with a nice tune. So now it's easier to form melodies. If you can just follow this routine of mine, you can just make songs easily. Let's try come up with a nice bass line now. Sound very low. Now let's add some notes. just need to use your ear to judge which sounds fine and which doesn't. Okay. Just follow your ghost notes. Just follow your ghost notes so that you don't go off tune. Alright. So now I completed my bass line. So I used 2 bass lines, as you can see. Let me go for purity. Presets, find some bell of percussions, and let me try. Okay, let's start off using the piano, and then I'll just change the sound later. That sounds okay. Now we can duplicate this throughout our channel rack, and then layer out this sound with a bell. Now let's go to Revity and then go to bells. I'll try using this one, and then just Control C, Control V. So that's it from me, guys, today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you were able to learn a lot of things, and I hope what I was doing was very relevant. I hope the song really sounds like amapiano. I hope it really is amapiano. So just comment down with feedback on how I can improve and how the beat sounds and things like that. So otherwise, just stay tuned because I'll be bringing new amazing content your way. Cheers.